What's up, Zwifters, and welcome back to another video. Today, Zwift has just announced the all-new this season on Zwift, and this one is a pretty big one, including a new heads-up display, a new expansion in Watopia, and several new challenges and new garage updates that I'm going to be diving into in this video. Zwift is also celebrating their 10-year anniversary, so these things are going to be very themed towards that 10-year anniversary and 10-year birthday, so do keep that in mind. First off, the most exciting thing is probably the new roads, because all Zwifters love new roads. In November, Zwift is going to be launching a new expansion in Watopia, and they're teasing this to be sort of an ancient structure or ancient land that's going to be uncovered in Watopia, and it's going to occur during the Tour of Watopia, Stage 5 to be more specific, and that is going to be launching in November. So do keep your eye out for some structures coming out in the water, in the shores of Watopia, because this new expansion is coming soon, and this is going to be the second expansion we've seen in 2024, which is pretty exciting. We really don't know much about this new expansion at the moment, other than the fact that it's going to be unveiled during Stage 5 of Tour of Watopia, and Tour of Watopia details are coming on later on in this month, so you will be able to get a little bit of a sneak peek later on then, and do keep your eye out on Zwift's social media for teasers and other updates on this front. And I have the only image that I've been provided to talk about with this new expansion up on the screen right now. Take a look and see. Let me know in the comment section what you think this new expansion is going to be. Is it going to have an epic new climb? Is it going to be an epic flat route like Tempest Fugit? What do you think? The next thing I'm going to be talking about is the new heads-up display. The new heads-up display has just been launched yesterday, and it is now available to most Zwifters in game version 1.73. Now, the new heads-up display allows people to customize up to 7 different data fields, so you have 7 different data options, and I'm told that more will be coming later on down the road. So if you have any requests, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will let Zwift know. You'll also see a much cleaner color scheme and style, so that it's more updated to look like the rest of Zwift, so everything looks a lot cleaner and nicer. You're also going to see an all-new gradient thing that comes up when you are heading up a slight incline, so you're going to see that when you're riding around those roads, those virtual roads, and there is an upcoming climb, you'll have a color-graded gradient map that shows you where the climbs are, where it's going to get steeper and stuff like that, which is really nice to see. The mini map has not yet been updated, but that should be coming on later on in the next few months. So far, my only complaint with this updated heads-up display is that the screen can get pretty cluttered, especially when you're heading up a KOM. You've got the chat going, and you have the new versus thing going. Everything is going to just pile up, and it looks pretty messy, and it sort of obstructs your view of the virtual road, which can be pretty annoying. Next thing I'm going to be talking about is the updated garage, and this is probably the most unexpected update that I've seen in this press release, and it states that Zwift is going to be launching the ability to upgrade your bike through 5 different upgrade challenges. So you're going to be able to go through these different challenges, and then that'll allow you to purchase these upgrades with your drops, and the upgrades include things like reducing the weight, improving aerodynamics, and more. It's going to overall add to the current performance of bikes, so it won't affect. So currently how Zwift has it, there's this hierarchy of how the bikes are ranked and how quick each bike is. That isn't going to change, but these upgrades are going to go on top of that. So you're not going to have to worry about riding a slower bike than you were riding before, because everything's going to stay the same, but these upgrades will be on top of that current speed that they already has. Now, for the really wealthy Zwifters, Zwift is going to start allowing you to purchase holo bikes. And in order to have the ability to purchase these exclusive bikes, you got to max out 3 bikes from the same manufacturer. So that means you need to have 3 bikes from, say, Specialized that are fully leveled up. And then that way you'll be able to unlock the new holo bike, and that will allow you to purchase a pretty expensive and high performance bike. It's going to be really exciting to see which frames Zwift decides to add for this section of the drop shop and how quick these bikes really are. Now, these details and requirements haven't been cemented yet, so these things are subject to change prior to the launch. The next thing that Zwift will be adding is the ability to organize your drop shop based on your most recently ridden or equipped gear. Now, this doesn't exactly address what we wanted, because it doesn't allow for full customizability. You can't choose the order that things are in, but you can certainly see your most recently selected things that are at the top of your garage, rather than having to scroll through all those bikes that you've literally never ridden in your drop shop just to find the one that you want to ride. Newly purchased or unlocked items will also be surfacing higher, and more options for customizability are likely to come later on down the road, but these garage updates are slated for Q4 of 2024, so I'd expect it's going to be probably close to the November to December range. The next update is going to be with the Zwift Ride. The Zwift Ride has been out for a pretty long time now, probably around 3 or 4 months, and now people can just buy the standalone frame. They don't have to buy it bundled with a Kicker Core Zwift 1. So that means you can buy a Zwift Ride and pair it with your Wahoo Kicker V6 or other compatible trainers like the Jet Black Volt or Jet Black Victory. And that will allow just more customizability and just opens up this smart frame to more users so that people can have a better entry level option and still use it with trainers other than ones branded by Wahoo. And this brings me to the next new thing, and that is the Zwift Ready program. The Zwift Ready program is basically a program that gives you riders a set list of trainers that are compatible with Zwift, Zwift and their virtual shifting technology. And these are trainers that are considered Zwift ready at the moment. I have it up on the screen right now, and these current trainers are going to be the Wahoo Kicker Core, Wahoo Kicker V6, the Elite Directo XR edition with the Zwift cog, and other trainers like the Jet Black Volt, Jet Black Victory. And I have the feeling that more trainers are on the way that will be compatible. The last one to note is the Decathlon D100, and that is a very entry-level and budget-friendly trainer. So it's going to be interesting to see the technology of that trainer and how it compares to the rest of them when it's paired with the Zwift cog. Additionally, the Wahoo Kicker Core Zwift 1 can now be bought with just a cassette, so you no longer have to buy it with a year of Zwift, and that's going to save you $100 unless you end up purchasing that Zwift subscription anyway. You don't end up saving any money at all, so it might just be a better option to just go for that 1 year if you do think Zwift is going to be something that you are going to stick with for at least a year. Additionally, they're going to be able to purchase these trainers through the Wahoo Realtors. So these are going to be the third-party places. So you could just go to your local bike shop and see these Wahoo Kicker Core Zwift 1s ready to buy, along with the Kicker Core Zwift cog and just with a cassette, or ones that are just simply the set of the Zwift cog and the Zwift click. And that's going to be a lot more convenient for a lot of users, and it's going to open it up to even more people to help them get on Zwift at a budget-friendly price. Now, one of the last major things that I want to talk about is the introduction of these new types of challenges. While it isn't the fourth challenge that everyone's been asking for, there are now more smaller supplementary challenges that Zwifters can complete, and more challenges will be added as time goes on, and Zwifters can get more XP and badges by completing these challenges. So the first one is going to be called Route Chaser, and is going to be focused all on the grade. And then the next one is going to be Cardio Crusher, that has a set amount of workouts that you have to complete in order to get the badge and some XP. For those of you who are into Zwift Racing, the Zwift Racing Score is going to be launching a lot more widely in October, and that's going to be a great way for riders to really see the effects of this and how this can help even out the playing fields so that we see less and less sandbagging and cheating in Zwift races, because the last thing you want to do is run into a race and then have it so that there's one rider who's flying off the front, destroying the entire race. And just think about how that experience is for a new rider. It's not the most pleasant experience, and Zwift is trying to really enhance the experience for all Zwifters, not just the new Zwifters, but also the veterans out there. What do you think of these new updates? Let me know in the comment section below and share what you'd like to see in the upcoming few months on Zwift. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. And with that, thank you all for watching and ride on.